So what exactly is this social media ban? Is there a ban at all? Well, clearly not. You're seeing me right now. But there's been a lot of hue and cry about these bans. Let's get to know what exactly this is. The Government of India on February 25th, 2021 came out with guidelines, or rather rules, which is called as Information Technology Intermediary Guidelines and Digital Media Ethics Code Rules 2021. Now, whom do these rules cover? These rules basically cover social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and also other digital platforms such as Netflix, Hotstar, etc.
So, what are these rules? Well, these rules can be divided into two major parts. The first part deals with social media intermediaries and due diligence of theirs with the grievance redressal for it. And while the second one deals with code of ethics for the digital media platforms. Coming to the first part, which deals with the social media intermediaries, one must ask, what are these social media intermediaries? Well, social media intermediaries are all the platforms on which we can instantly message, share posts, comment, like, subscribe. So basically includes your Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, Instagram, everywhere where you can interact with persons. Those are your social media intermediaries. They have to comply with certain due diligence, that is like publishing their privacy policy, publishing the terms and conditions, publishing the breaches of any of the terms and conditions. Any breach of these terms and conditions will result in your post or any such share of such post being taken down. So what can be taken down? Well, Rule 3B of these rules clearly mentions that any post which belongs to some other person, which infringes any copyright, trademark, or maybe obscene, pornographic, pedophilic, or is also covers certain aspects, like if any post is against the unity, sovereignty, integrity, national interest, if it's inciting any such offense all around the person, it is causing harm to the general public, then all of such posts can be directly taken down by any of these social media platforms, as we call intermediaries. Another very important aspect is Rule 3D, because Rule 3D permits the government to order any social media platform to take down any post which affects the sovereignty and integrity of India, the national interest, which results in contempt of court, which harms the investigation of an ongoing matter. Basically, in addition to the powers of a social media platform to take down a post, the government today has powers under Rule 3D to order a social media platform to take down a post. And there's another catch. The Government of India can order any of these social media platforms to take it down, and it is the responsibility and obligation of this social media platform to remove such posts within 36 hours from the date of such order of the court or the government.
So how are they going to implement these rules? The Government of India has asked all the social media platforms to set up a redressal system within their own entities. In the system, there are supposed to be three major officers. Firstly is the Chief Compliance Officer, who basically is responsible to comply with the rules of the Act. Secondly is a nodal officer who has to be present in India 24/7 for such compliance. Third, and the most important, is the grievance redressal officer. So any person who has a complaint against any post has to complain before this grievance redressal officer, and the officer shall take note within 24 hours and resolve the dispute within 15 days. And one more important aspect is that before taking down any post, the author of the post or the content creator has to be heard.
Coming to part 2, that is digital media platforms and the code of ethics for all such platforms. Well, who does this apply to? Well, this part directly applies to publishers of news, current affairs, etc., as well as all publishers of online curated content. What is online curated content? This includes all your OTTs, platforms which publish audiovisual content, podcasts, movies, television shows. All of these platforms are included in this part, and the code of ethics apply to these parts. What is the code of ethics then? Well, the code of ethics are clearly provided in the appendix of these rules. These code of ethics provide for the norms and regulations to be abided by all of these digital media platforms. As far as the current affairs and news is concerned, the code of ethics clearly provides that all the publishers of current affairs and news need to comply with the Press Council of India rules as well as the cable television network rules. As far as the content of OTT on OTT platforms is concerned, the code of ethics clearly provides that due care and caution must be exercised before publishing any content on an OTT. Any content which is against the sovereignty and integrity of the nation, or which is causing disharmony or disunity within the citizens of the country, that must be published with due care and caution. Further, it makes it compulsory for all OTT platforms to categorize its content into universal and above 7 years of age only, universal and above 13 years, universal and above 18, and adult content. So therefore, all of the OTT platforms are going to be under due scrutiny as per the code of ethics.
So what happens if these online platforms do not follow these code of ethics? There is a 3-tier system for grievance redressal. The first tier is directly approaching the publisher and the grievance officer appointed by that publisher. The complaint is given in writing and the publisher has to decide within 15 days about what action they are going to take. Secondly, if the person is agreed by this decision of the publisher, he can go in appeal before the self-regulating body within 15 days. This self-regulating body is the tier 2, which comprises of the associations of these publishers and is headed by a retired Supreme Court judge or a retired High Court judge or any other prominent personalities of the field. Now the third tier, if anybody is agreed by the decision of the self-regulating body, they can file an appeal before the oversight mechanism. The third tier is the oversight mechanism. This is set up by the ministry and this has the widest powers. The ministry can ask for deletion and editing of any content which is online. So basically this is the 3-tier system of redressal if one does not comply with the code of ethics.
So after going through all these rules, what do you think? Is this a boon or a bane?
Well, only time can tell, but this certainly gives rise to many interesting questions.
Whether the power of the government to take down any post without hearing the person is in violation of the freedom of speech and expression?
In case a post is taken down, what is the remedy?
And what will be the measures taken by the government to prevent private entities and social media platforms from acting arbitrarily?
Will this give the government the free hand to delete posts arbitrarily and many more?
So let us know what you feel in the comments below. And yes, don't forget to like, share and subscribe.